We all know that now we can create full stack web applications with just prompting, which is also known as vibe coding these days. And Replit is one of the best vibe coding platforms out there where literally anyone can go ahead and create a beautiful website or a very powerful web applications and even automation. And the cherry on the top is that Replit has recently launched connectors, which means that now we can connect these platforms directly into our applications with a single sign-in. For example, if you want your application to have the capability of sending emails, then all you have to do is sign in to your email account and that's it. Now Gmail has been connected to your application. It is easier than ever because now we don't have to juggle with all of the APIs, client IDs, client secrets, etc. And in this video, we're going to create a full stack web application from end to end with just prompting. And not only that, we will also see how we can connect these platforms into our applications. So you will find the link to Replit in the description below. If you use that link, you will get $10 worth of credits to get started. So once you create an account or log in into your existing account, you will land on their homepage. And this is the exact place from where we will start our building process. All we have to do is describe in English what we want to create. So the idea here is going to be to create a landing page for a solar company. So basically, their customers will be able to enter their details, for example, their monthly bill, where they live, etc. And based on that, AI is going to generate a personalized report for them, which is going to tell them how much they will save if they install a solar panel. And the customers will get this personalized report directly inside their inbox. And the benefit to the business owner is going to be that he or she receives a new lead. Basically, the name of the person and the email of the person who is already interested in installing a solar panel. So, win-win situation for both of them. Alright, so to get started, we have to just write in simple language what our idea is. So, exactly what I told you right now, I'm just going to type it out here. Alright, so I have written that I want to build a clean and professional landing page for a solar company. At the top, there should be a clear title that says, "Get your free personalized solar savings report." Below that, we will have a subheading explaining that people will find out how much they can save with solar in just a few clicks. Then we will have a form in the middle where they can enter their city, their state, their average monthly bill, and the roof type. And as soon as they click on the main button, which is Get My Solar Savings Report after filling out the form, a pop-up will appear which is going to collect their name, their email, and consent to receive emails. Once they confirm, the pop-up closes and on the backend, AI starts generating the report. And then there should be a simple loader screen, basically that spinner that tells them that, okay, your request is being processed. Once everything is done, they will see a clear success message that says that the report has been sent to their email. It should look trustworthy, clean. It should use yellow for the solar theme and rounded form fields with a modern, clean layout. Now, talking about the backend, it should take all of the lead information and it should store it inside a Google Sheet, from where the business owner is easily able to access the leads. Then it's going to use OpenAI's intelligence to generate the content for the report and then use Google Docs to have the final PDF. Finally, it is sent to their email through Gmail. Alright, so this is the simple idea we have in mind. Now here, if you want to improve your prompt, you can, but I think it's a pretty nice prompt and I will just get started with it. And in order to get started, I will simply click on Start Chat. Alright, so it has started. Now basically first it's going to be in the planning mode where it will make sure it has everything it needs, and then it will switch to the build mode wherein it will be actually, creating our app. Alright, so first up, it is asking me to connect my Google Sheets account because remember, we want to store all the leads, basically their name and email, inside a Google Sheets from where the business owner can access them. So let's click on Connect. Now here is a quick confirmation screen that you will be connecting to Google Sheets. It's completely private and secure and you are in control. So let's click on Continue. After that, just select your account, give it the required permissions, and that's it. It has been connected. Previously, we had to go to Google Console, create those projects and get the API keys and stuff like that, which was a nightmare. But I'm so happy that now it's a single sign-in process. Alright, next up, it is asking me to connect my Google Docs account, which is for creating the actual report. Alright, so let's click on Connect and the same process. continue. Just select the account you want to move forward with and then give it the permissions. Alright, so Google Docs connected as well. And lastly, we have to connect Gmail for sending the report. So let's click on connect again. Continue. Alright, connected successfully. Alright, so now it has provided a plan. So basically, I'll include the following features: a clean landing page with the hero section, then a form, then a pop-up to collect the name and email, then a loading screen, a success screen, backend integration with Google Sheets, OpenAI integration for the generation process, Google Docs to create the final report, Gmail, and lastly, a responsive design optimized for desktop and mobile devices. Now, if you want, you can make changes to the plan. If not, you can get started. So again, we have two options. We can either build the entire app in one go, or we can just start with a design. Now, this is best if you want to just see a design prototype and then, work on the features. And this is best if you want the agent to build out the full functionality end to end. Now, obviously, this takes more time, but I'm going to go with this because my focus is not on the design, instead on the functionality. If the functionality is in place, we will easily be able to change the design in case needed. So let me just select this and let's click on start building. Alright, so as you can see, it has started working. Obviously, it will be creating things from scratch, so it might take some time. So let me leave it for now. And yes, in the meantime, let's keep our OpenAI's API key handy because it will need it for the intelligence. So head over to openai.com and then click on login. Don't select ChatGPT, instead select API platform this time. After that, simply log in into your account. If you don't have one, just create one and head over to dashboard. Then head over to API keys and click on create new secret key. Here you can give it a name, let's say Replit app. You can select the project, it can be the default one, that's fine, and then click on create secret key. After that, just copy your key and keep it safe somewhere. Then head over to the settings of your account and then to billing. Now here, just make sure you have some credit balance in place. If not, just add to the credit balance. Alright, so let's just sit back and watch, and once it asks for the API key, we will just paste it and continue the process. Alright, so it has asked for the API key. So let me just paste the one we had generated just now and let's click on continue. Okay, it's working again. Alright, so after putting the API key, it did a little bit of more work and now it's asking for the sheet ID. Basically, we need to create a Google Sheet where it will be storing all the leads. And yes, we do have the first prototype here. So first, let me just put this information and then we will have a look at this. So let's follow the steps. Firstly, let's create a new Google Sheet, or we can also use an existing one, but I'll just create a new one. Alright, so let's name it Leads Solar Company. The first one can be the name of the person. The second one can be the email of the person. Okay, so the name is Sheet 1. Let's go back to Replit. So it is asking for the ID from the URL, which is between D and edit. Alright, so firstly, let me show you. This is my URL. And now I will copy this part, which is between D and edit. This one. When we copy it, let's go back here. Let's give it. Let's do one continue. And let me remove this from here. Alright, so now it has started the testing process, which means that it will actually go onto the website or the landing page and it will fill out the form and see if it's working, which I think is a great thing. We can even have a look at what it's doing. So let's again leave it for now, and once it has done the testing and it has given a green light, we will go ahead and personally test the system. Alright, so after the first test, it got some sort of an error from Google Sheets because we had not renamed our sheet to Leads. So that's why I had to rename the sheet to Leads, which I will show you in a minute. After fixing that, it again started testing. No errors this time. Then it did another visual check if it's working on a phone, on a mobile, etc. Lastly, it added some error handling, as you can see here. And that's it. Now it's asking me to check if the lead was added to the Google Sheet because it had done a test on its own, and then check your Gmail if the reports were sent. Now obviously it did not add my email, so I might have not got the email, but let's check for the Google Sheets part. So here's the renaming thing I did. So I changed Sheet 1 to Leads, as you can see here, which solved the error. it seems that our column names are not quite correct. So let's just change this. So I will call this the timestamp. This is the name of the person. This, I think, was the email it had entered. Yeah, so the email. By the way, this test was not done by me, it was done by the system. Now, I think this was the city. This is the state. This should be the monthly bill. This should be the roof type. And this should be the consent. All right, looks good. Now, our job is to finally go ahead and have a look at this first prototype, maybe test it, and see how things go. So, let me click on this button to open this up in a new tab. Alright, so Solar Pro, get your free personalized solar savings report. Discover how much you can save, instant report, no obligation, expert insights. And have a look at this image. It automatically added it, and then we have these rounded corners. Really nice. And then this small thing here. Design wise, it looks really good. Now, obviously, you can replace it with your own logo, with your own company name if needed, but I don't have one, so I will leave it to this. Let's have a look here. So this is the main form. Calculate your solar savings. Fill in your details below to get your personalized report. So maybe let's do Austin, Texas. Right now, it is US based. You can change it if you want. Then the average monthly bill, let's just put 200, and the roof type can be flat. All right, so then it's saying that your information is secure and will never be shared with third parties, which is nice. Let's click on Get My Solar Savings Report. All right, so one last step. I really like this one. We will email you the report, so full name and the email. So let's click on Agree here and let's click on Confirm. All right, so it's saying success. Your personalized solar savings report is being prepared and will be emailed to you shortly. Check your email, what's next to review the savings, and our solar expert will reach out within 24 hours. Now, I feel this is a little less readable because of the background, etc. So we will tell it regarding this. In the meantime, let's check Google Sheets. All right, so timestamp, name, email, city, state, monthly bill, roof type, and the consent. Let me also open my inbox to see if we have received it or not. You know what? We have received it. So your personalized solar savings report, Yashika Jain, basically it has personalized the subject line with the name. So your personalized solar savings report prepared for Yashika Jain in Austin, Texas. With saying great news, based on your monthly electricity bill of $200 and your flat roof, solar can provide significant savings for your home. So then it's doing some calculations, annual saving, lifetime saving, payback period, environmental impact, which is nice, pounds of CO2 reduced, equivalent trees planted. By the way, AI has done all of these calculations, okay? Recommended solar system, all right, so 6.5 kilowatt, 20 solar panels, estimated investment, again, great. Available incentives, so the federal tax credit of 30% and the state rebates. Next steps, a solar expert will contact you within 24 hours to discuss your personalized solar solution and help you start saving with solar energy. This report was generated on 10/4/2025, which is correct, for Yashika Jain 2024 Solar Pro, making solar energy accessible. Can you believe with that just one prompt we had written, we got all of this, like the email, this Google Sheets thing, and the entire website? Can you believe it? Now, obviously, there are a few changes which I would like to make, which should not take me long, but I'm personally very, very impressed with this entire process. And yes, before we go ahead and make changes to our app, a quick introduction about myself. So, hello everybody, my name is Yashika Jain, and I am the founder of Automates AI. Automates AI is an AI automation agency which we've been running for a little over 2 years now, where we focus on integrating AI systems for businesses. For example, the one we're building right now. This is a very great system to convert, website visitors into actual customers and also get their details. So if you're looking for systems like this or AI agents, AI voice agents, AI workflows, then you can check out the link to our website, which is in the description below. Apart from that, I'm also an AI consultant and I also teach through my YouTube channel. So if you want technical help or if you want to get on a one-on-one call with me, then the consultation calendars link is in the description below. Don't forget to follow me on LinkedIn as well as X. You will find the link to my accounts in the description. And yes, this video has been sponsored by Replit. Now we can go ahead and perfect our app. Alright, so the first change that I would like to make is to this success screen because this is not very visible right now. So let's take a screenshot of this and let me drag and drop it here. Firstly, let me appreciate its work. So great work. Really impressed. I just have a few feedbacks. Please implement them and then our app should be perfect. Alright, now one by one, I will put all my feedbacks. They're just small changes so I can group them together. First thing for the success screen, as you can see in the screenshot, the success screen is not quite readable. So please decrease the opacity, or we can say, so please increase the transparency of the background. Add a white transparent, or we can say, if possible, add a white background to the success text. Let's see what other changes we want. So let me click on return to home page. I mean, this is fine. Let's have a look at these ones, how it works. Okay, so it takes me nowhere. Benefits, again, takes me nowhere, and contact. Now, firstly, I think this is a landing page and not a complete website on its own. So we can like get rid of these. I don't think it's like very, very important here. So let's say, please remove the how it works, benefits, and contacts tabs from the menu. They are not needed on this web page. All right, let's see. This looks good. This was fine as well. Save money, help the planet, increase home value. Now, firstly, in the footer, again, we have a lot of these, which I don't think is relevant here. So maybe I'll just ask it to remove these extra links from the footer. And here it's showing 2024, which should be 2025. So in the footer as well, remove all the hyperlinks. They are not needed and change 2024 to 2025. I think that's it regarding this website. Now, in the final email as well, if you want to change how it looks, maybe you want it to look a little more professional, etc., then you can have that. Now, I know it has skipped the Google Docs part where I had told it to create a PDF and then, attach it in the email. But I'm fine with it because this looks even better as compared to a PDF because some people might not download a file which comes through an email, or let's say it delivers in the spam folder. So I think this approach is way better. So we can skip that Google Docs part. But yes, you can obviously make changes to how the email looks by telling it inside the prompt. But I will leave it for now. Alright, so let me send this message. And yes, you can click on this agent tools and you can turn off app testing just in case you don't want it to test it again and again and you would prefer testing it yourself. Again, in the autonomy level as well, you can select the level here. Right now, it is at high. Alright, so let me go ahead and send it. So this time the changes were made quite quickly. So let's go ahead and refresh this. Alright, so the tabs are gone, which is nice. Let's have a look at the footer as well. Now in the footer, 2024 has changed to 2025, which is nice. But for this one, I think in my prompt, I had said that remove the hyperlinks. So it did remove the hyperlinks, but it did not remove these. So that's fine. We can fix that. Apart from that, let's have a look at the success screen. So let's do the same one. Austin, Texas, this time to $50. And let's change the roof type and get agree, confirm. Alright, so yeah, now it is readable. As you can see, it has added like a white background to it, which means we are easily able to read this part. So yeah, this looks good. Let's return to home page. And we have got the new email. Again, looks very, very similar to the last one. And now here again, 2024 has been mentioned, but that's fine. We can fix it. Now, if there is a certain way you calculate these savings, etc., you can let it know and it will add it to the prompt for OpenAI. Right now, I don't have any calculation formula or anything, so I've just left it to OpenAI that you calculate as you want. But if you have any sort of instructions, you can tell it. So let's go back to Replit. Let's click on Select Element. Let's scroll down and let's select the entire footer here. And let me say that please remove company, resources, what else do we have? Legal, and the subsections like about us, cookie policy. We don't need that. Also, in the email sent, the footer must have 2025 instead of 2024. All right, let's send it. All right, again, it was a quick change. So let's have a look at the footer. Yeah, all of that is gone and now it is centrally aligned. And the last thing we told was to change the email footer. So for that, I will have to do another test. So let's do one last test. This time, let's change the city, etc. So let's do San Francisco, California. And the bill is now 400. And the roof type time? All right, let's click on get. All right, success, return to home page. Let's have a look at Google Sheets. Yes, we have the details. All right, so we've got the email and in the footer now it is 2025, which is nice. So I think we're in a quite good spot at this moment. If you find anything, it can be literally anything that you want to update, you want to change, can be design, can be the backend. In that case, all you have to do is just tell it to change it or fix it, and that's it. It will then change it to however you like it. So see how easy it was to create this entire system and connect our platforms, all thanks to Replit. Lastly, if you want to publish this, then all you're going to do is click on publish here. After that, just have a primary URL on which you will be able to access this particular page. Now, I know you won't share a link like this with your customers. You would need a custom domain. So let it publish first and then I will let you know how you can publish it on your website. So let's click on publish. All right, so now it is published. Now this means two things. The first thing is that just copy the URL and open it up in a new tab. So every time someone goes onto this URL, they will be easily able to access the website we have just now created. And let's suppose you don't want this URL which ends with replit.app. In that case, what you can do is you can head over to domains and here just click on manually connect from another registrar if you already have a domain. If you want to buy a new domain, you can click on this one. So let's suppose that you already have a domain on which you want to publish this. So let's click on this one. Here you will have to add your domain first. Let's say google.com. Now obviously it won't deploy there, don't worry. Let's click on next. Now after that, it's going to give you two of these records which you have to add inside your domain's DNS settings. And that's it. As soon as you do that, it will, link the domain. You will just have to click on this blue button. And then every time you go to your website, instead of the page it was showing previously, it will show this particular app. So that's it for the video. Don't forget to use the link in the description to get $10 worth of free credits to get started. If you're looking for AI automation solutions for your business, then don't forget to check out our website. Link is in the description. Do let me know in the comments below how this video was and if you want to see more content like this. If you have any other suggestions, do let me know. Your feedback would really mean a lot to me. If you want to connect with me personally, then again, LinkedIn's link is in the description. Go ahead and send me a connection request. I will meet you in the next video. Till then, bye.